listening to New Roads, New Rules, the podcast where women come together to navigate life's big transitions with honesty, humor, and a whole lot of heart. Here are your hosts, Sandi and Terri. Real women, real talk, and ready to ride.
But you're my bestie for life. Yeah, you're the family I choose. Yeah, the best till the end. We can get through this together.
Hey roadies, welcome back to New Roads, New Rules. Today we're pulling back the curtain on one of the most powerful and profitable industries targeting women now and honestly forever. It's the wellness industry, right, Sandi?
Yeah, definitely. Like for as long as I remember.
Right. So this episode, I wanted to do because I recently realized I was spending more on supplements than groceries. I have a morning routine, this supplement, that supplement, now there are people I know take like liquid shots of this and gummies of that and powders of this and weird things in droppers to make you tan. None of it makes me feel better, but
no,
I'm
it's
broke
a lot.
now.
It really, it really is, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've all been sucked into it,
right?
So it's like, I have, we talked about the supplements. I buy them, but I'm not very good at taking them. But haven't we all been like sucked into that $75 hormone balance deodorant?
Right.
Or is it, which really isn't even a thing. It's like, it can barely handle a workout,
right.
But you're spending $75. Right, exactly.
Right.
It's so crazy.
Right. And somehow the message is always like, you're not well enough. You're not healthy enough. You're not calm enough. But if you buy this, you'll be perfect. And,
for sure.
And it's a bunch of garbage. It's a bunch of bullshit. So today we're going to redefine what wellness is in our own terms, break down the trends, not do the TikTok stuff, and definitely not the $4,000 red light sauna companies with those big, ginormous red lights. But we're going to talk about those too.
Oh my! Yes, we have to talk about those.
We have to talk about those too. But let's start with like a clean beauty products, because I think that's like the catchphrase for everything now. It's clean. It's clean, whether it's our food we're eating or the products we use. The products are labeled non-toxic, natural, chemical-free, sometimes organic. My favorite's always free from ingredients you can't pronounce.
Right.
I'm a licensed cosmetologist by trade. You can't judge an ingredient by how long the word is. Sometimes those synthetic ingredients aren't as bad because they do mimic natural ones that are running low because it's been used up. The natural products have been used up, right? And also they're tested more. They're stable. They're safer than sometimes natural ones. And sometimes natural supplements are not tested by the FDA or regulated by the FDA. And I know some people have gotten sick because they're like, oh, I take a handful of these supplements and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, right.
And then they're sick and they're like, I don't know why I'm sick. But it goes for shampoos and conditioners and hair products, all of it.
Yeah, I mean, natural doesn't always mean good, like there could be allergies you're not aware of for the natural products. So like what did they have in some of the stuff like snake venom?
Right.
That doesn't mean just because that's natural.
Bee venom.
That's natural, but does it mean that I should put it in my body or on my body? I don't know.
Right. I mean, I'm allergic to bee stings. So if I use the bee venom, am I going to blow up? Right.
I don't know. Right. I really don't know.
Right.
I don't think just because something's natural, it belongs in my face cream. And by the way, everybody's different, right? It's like, you don't know what you're going to react to no matter what.
Right. It could be a natural product that you're reacting to. Clean at Sephora, it's a marketing ploy. Like they just throw that catchphrase out because they are marketing to get you to, just like organic, there's no regulatory definition of clean. Brands create their own rules, and they're inconsistent with it. They just, as long as it smells good and it looks good, are you really going to have that product tested to make sure what they're telling you is clean, is really clean? No. And they know that, right? Some clean beauty examples. There's $18 non-toxic deodorant that barely works, as you brought up before. Shampoo bars, they're great for the planet, but they're not always great for the health of your chemically treated hair. And again, as a cosmetologist, I'm going to tell you this, when everybody's like, I just paid $150 to get my hair colored. No cut, no nothing, just a color. Then they want to go back and they want to badmouth that stylist when they're just like, oh, the color is gone. It's just the product. It's the product. It's the product they're using. But
it's so easy for other people then to say, well, why do you have to color your hair? But let's be honest, women, I'm not ready to go gray yet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
and a lot of women are not.
I know. And so don't judge me because I'm chemically altering my hair.
Right.
Because you know what I mean? So that's not the answer.
That's not the answer.
That is not the answer.
There's hormone safe skincare. I mean, that's an unregulated term, how they just say that, but then they don't explain it really. They just throw it out there, Most skincare ingredients are flagged as dangerous online, used at safe, extremely low concentrations. They have decades of safety research behind them, from the FDA, the cosmetic directive, big organizations that third-party test the products and to make sure. So don't underestimate some of those products.
Right. So, but that's the thing. How do we even know what's worth the $75 and what's not? Right. Right. So that's the thing.
It is hard. And, I do tell my clients, because right away they're just like, I get this from Target. Is it a good product? I'm going to be honest. I don't know. I'm used to salon products, buying them at the salon and whatever. I will say right off the bat, anybody listening here, I can't say it loud enough. Do not use Pantene for your hair. Just do not use Pantene for your hair. It makes your hair feel great and wonderful, but I have literally with my own eyes see how you could take a pair, a stylist can take a pair of shears and literally scrape wax off people's hair.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That's why your hair feels soft. It's like waxing a hardwood floor. It just coats it with it. And so then your fingers run through it and you're like, oh, it just feels nice and soft. But it's literally coating your hair strands with wax. And I have literally seen it with my own eyes where it's scraped off the hair, and
doesn't that prevent it from growing, or
it prevents it from? People still get using that stuff. The next complaint I get from clients is, I'm using this and it feels great with my hand, but it still kind of feels dry. It's still doing this and it's still doing that. Well, it's dehydrated. So again, going back to the example of a hardwood floor, you wax it. What does it do? It seals it up. Water cannot penetrate that. So water is not getting into your hair. So it's dehydrated. But that's the, biggest thing I tell people, just don't use that. But as far as
that's crazy,
it does get crazy. I would always say, as far as hair care goes, take the advice of your stylist. First of all, you've paid so much money to get your hair done, women. Pay for that product. It is worth it because it takes care of that $150 color service that you just had, and it will make it last longer. And I know myself, I have never recommended a product, hair product that I have not used myself. I will always tell people this is what I use, especially for my curly hair. Everybody's always like, what do you use for your curls? And it's always the same product. I'm like, this is what I use because it keeps my hair healthy. It doesn't, put so much product in your hair, things like that. And I've also, those products, they offer classes for stylists. So they've taught us stylists what's in it, how it works properly, things like that. You're not going to get that from products off the shelf like Pantene, so when you are going to a stylist, and I'm not saying all products, I understand the price points and everything like that. But there's a reason why they're a little more expensive, because the companies do take time to make sure that they're good products.
Right. And then what if we do our hair ourselves and we don't have like a stylist to ask a question to? Like, how do we know at the grocery store, over the counter, like what is the safest thing that's out there that's not in a medium price point, maybe instead of the high end?
Honestly, I don't know. I'm terrible about it. I tell my clients, I don't know, because for the past, I don't know, however many years I've been doing this, I've always used a salon product brand. The thing now is you can get a lot of those brands off the internet, where you don't have to go into a salon to get it. They're more accessible. Although I do caution and err against buying when you go into Walmart and you see Aveda products on their shelves. They can be old. They can be those are discontinued. You have to look for dates on the bottles, because there are expiration dates on the bottles. Believe it or not, there are expiration dates on the good products. So you do want to be careful of that. But you can always go on
a great tip.
Aveda website and order it straight from Aveda. Honestly, jack of all trades, Aveda is anybody looking for your more natural, organic. Aveda and Intersense are the two top natural organic lines that I would recommend to anybody. So there you go.
Okay. Great. Awesome.
There we go.
Okay. So let's switch gears just a little bit.
All right.
And by gears, I mean, let's talk about gadgets.
Oh, let's go to the gadgets.
This is on my mind because I bought one of these things. But anyway, so because wellness tech has gone wild right now, right? Like you see it everywhere. The LED masks, the microcurrent devices, the lymphatic wands. Your bathroom starts looking like a med spa, right?
Yeah.
Because if you start buying all of them.
Yes.
So I literally just bought an LED mask.
Yes.
I haven't gotten it yet, so I can't even speak to it. So I'll have to follow up on another episode, or a future episode. But I have fallen victim to this. You mentioned TikTok early on. Like if I see, I think my social media definitely is advertising this stuff.
Oh, the algorithms have pinpointed. Yes.
And so I buy one thing and I get, you should try this or you should try that.
Right.
And so I've tried to be really good because I'm on a budget.
Right.
But I absolutely have been trying to be picking and choosing, but I do fall into the whole thing.
Right. So again, with the cosmetology background, every year I go to the beauty show. And it's not only about hair, but it's also about skin, because my cosmetology license covers all of that, right? So I learn a lot on both sides of it. The microcurrent and your LED mask, they are good. It does tone and temporarily the LED masks are good for acne, for building up collagen. The thing is that you have to be consistent with them, because the at-home versions are much weaker than you going to the med spa and having it done. Red light therapy is good for your skin. That has been proven by different testing, things like that. But again, the home products are not going to be as strong as the med spa products.
Of course. I mean, they do have bigger ticket items though too, right? That are going to be, but they're much more expensive.
Yeah, I mean, they have the giant red light panels. They have infrared saunas. Again, red light therapy is really good. They have infrared saunas. You're better off, taking a spa day and paying for that at a spa and enjoying it there. The newest thing now is the cold plunge things. I mean, they can range, buying one for your house can range from 3,000 to 10,000.
That's crazy.
Isn't it? Like all you have to do is literally turn on a cold shower, or fill your tub with ice cold water and add ice to it and sit in your tub, for crying out loud. We don't need to do all that crazy stuff, right? But the red light therapy is good because it does help your skin tone. It helps with inflammation. But again, they're just not as strong as a med spa. So
consistency has to be the key.
Exactly. So when you finally get it, like you're going to want to do that at least 3 times a week, put the scary mask on. I've actually thought about getting it because it does help with inflammation and things like that. And toning your face and things, and also help your mood. That's the red light therapy, the infrared light therapy. It's supposed to help with your, boost your mood. So
I have to tell you, I also bought a red light belt, for around my midsection. But when I was reading about it, it does say that there are kind of like muscular healing benefits to it. And so like the other day I come in from shoveling and my old back was hurting me a little bit and I put it on and it definitely did help. Yeah. So I originally bought it because it shrinks, kind of the fat cells a little bit. But first of all, I haven't been using it consistently. But when I thought about the pain in my muscles and my back, I put it on immediately and I felt a difference.
Oh, yeah.
So
I have the microcurrent ones, which, the big machine when I go to a chiropractor. And so he would put it on my muscles where like my lower back was bothering me or my shoulder was bothering me. He'll put the pads on and run the like electric current through and all of that.
Yes.
And I do have a smaller one for here that I will use and everything. And it's not as strong as the one at the doctor's office, but it does its job. Like, it's just, I have to do it maybe a little longer than I sit there because there I have it on, 5 minutes, like 10 minutes.
Right.
Where here I have it on like 20 minutes, and whatever, and jacked it up. I'm like, okay, I got this. But the microcurrent stuff, like I do use that one as well for like pains and things like that. It does help. It does help. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So let's go back to the supplements because I know that, you've mentioned it before.
By the way, I did put my supplements right here next to my computer. You guys, our roadies cannot see them, but they're right here. I have them all.
Yes.
And so now since I put them here by where I work every day, I do take them every day.
Okay, I was going to say, don't tell me they're there, but you haven't taken them yet.
No, I have. I've been taking them, but it was a brilliant idea on our last, the last one or the one before, yeah.
But I mean, that's where all the money's at. I feel like that's where if people are buying things, it's these supplements that are constantly coming up on everybody's Instagram feed, TikTok, Facebook. It's just full on supplements. Celebrity has their own supplement line, things like that. Some bigger ones are the Colostrum. It's for gut healing, right? Because people talk about, gut health, things like that. The availability drops in one process. Benefits are mild at best on those. Sea moss gel, it claims to have 92 essential minerals, but that's not scientifically supported. It may provide iodine, which, by the way, you can get from regular table salt, quality vary. Again, supplements vary because they're not FDA regulated like your medicine or things like that. There's green powder, which supposedly replaces your veggies. Just eat your damn veggies, for crying out loud.
Right. I know. Right. Because all of these things, they just get so pricey, right? Like,
Yes.
I mean, it's just easier to get them naturally from your vegetables
Right.
if you can, right?
Exactly. I mean, people take stuff for, whatever. Like, I just read, like, the darker the vegetable, the more healthier it is, the more nutrients you're getting from it, or the fruits. So I eat the blackberries and the raspberries because they're darker in color. So you're getting more out of it. Just eat your fruits and veggies, people. Just eat.
So supplements are for those people like me that can't eat seeds, right?
Right.
So like I cannot get protein from nuts. I cannot eat blackberries. I cannot eat strawberries. You know what I mean? Like I have to be very careful because I can't ingest seeds, nuts, or corn.
Right.
And so that is when supplements, I think, come in handy.
Yeah.
But then you have to really you can't have, I just held up 4 bottles,
Right. I was just gonna say.
So like you have to balance it, and you have to pick the right ones for your body and for what you need.
Right.
I mean, and that's tricky too.
It's crazy because now you're stacking all of these products because TikTok is telling you to. I mean, you had to put it in front of you in order for you to take it. Like, to me, that is so daunting. Like, oh my God, I got to take all this stuff. Like, it's just daunting. I mean, it could be a hobby.
Yeah, no, I agree.
But no.
I agree. Daunting and expensive. I know I'm focused on the money, but I mean, stacking all those products, you're spending what? Like almost $200, $300 a month then.
In supplements that aren't regulated. So you have to watch it.
Right.
It goes up.
Crazy.
That goes up quickly. That price calculator's adding up.
Yes, it does. Speaking of price, let's talk about body image. Okay.
Right.
So I can speak to this a little bit too, but let's talk about the Ozempic Effect.
Oh.
This has been very popular the last few years. It's getting more popular, more affordable. There are different variations. It's not just Ozempic anymore.
Right.
They have all the trizepatides. I'm just going to throw it out there. I was on one of them for about a year. I lost 50 pounds. It was great. It helped jumpstart my health, right? Like, I want to say it jump-started it because my knees felt better, my hip felt better. Like, I wasn't carrying all that weight. So imagine you're all of a sudden not carrying 50 pounds. You can get out there and you can exercise and stuff. However, if you're not obese, people are using it, I think, incorrectly, in my opinion. But there's anyway, I don't want to go on a tangent, but there's a balance, I think, that needs to be, do you really need this? Do you not need this? Because there are also side effects to these things, right?
Right. Well, I mean, these meds, just to put out there for everybody. First of all, I am, I don't take it. I haven't taken it through my weight loss thing because I couldn't afford it. My insurance didn't cover it. I couldn't afford it. So that was not an option for me. But I am not going to slam somebody, or I'm not going to put anybody down who does take it for weight loss if you really need it. Because I think the point is for you to get to a spot where you are healthy and you feel good about yourself and you're healthier, right? So if that's going to help you get there, that's great.
It's a vicious cycle, really, right? Because, there are judgmental people out in the world that will look at somebody that's maybe 100 pounds overweight, 50 pounds overweight, 75 pounds over, and say, why don't you just get out there and exercise?
Right.
But first of all, they don't know the circumstances in which that weight got added to their body.
Right.
There's hormone issues, there's thyroid issues, there's health issues. There are chronic diseases that prevent you from exercising. There are a lot of things. So I would first caution every woman out there not to look at another woman or another person and judge them by their size. Because then once you get up there, it's hard,
right?
Because you're carrying extra weight. You're carrying weight that prevents your body to move the way it would if you were thinner, or at least an average size. And so it's a vicious cycle. I said that to my doctor. And by the way, I did get mine covered because I was pre-diabetic.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was a medical reason and my insurance covered it. But then all of my levels normalized, and I lost the 50 pounds, and I could get out there and walk, and I felt good, and I could do the stairs without feeling like my knee was going to collapse on me, you know? No, but I think, I just think there's judgment all the way around. So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. So other people, the same people are going to judge those, saying, why aren't you just exercising? Why don't you eat right? Why don't you stop sitting around, when you don't know these people? You don't know what.
No, I do not believe in shaming anybody. Both sides of this thing, whether it's shaming people for using it or shaming people who are overweight, not even shaming. Where this falls for me, because these are life-saving medications for some people, because people with diabetes or people who are severely obese. I mean, you got to get that weight off of you to start feeling healthier, right? But it's complicated because it has become, whether they're getting Ozempic or they're getting semaglutides, I question, and again, trying not to shame, but it's the people, men and women, who are like, oh, I got to get rid of these last 10, 15 pounds.
Yeah,
they're taking
that's
it.
right.
And so now, and there has been shortages of this medication. So people who do need it, like diabetics, things like that, can't get it. Because people who are trying to lose 10, 15 pounds are like, oh, you see these celebrities, and
they're so skinny, too skinny. These are what it is meant. I mean, besides the Ozempic, the semaglutides that are just for weight loss, like Wegovy and Zepbound and all that, those should be given and approved for anybody that is designated as obese. Everybody else, I understand celebrities, they have all the money in the world. They'll pay thousands of dollars for this stuff, and there's no way to stop it. But that is not a healthy practice. That I don't think that's necessary. But again, I'm trying not to be judgmental, but you're right. I think it should be meant, and those people should get approved and have it more affordable than the people that are just trying to lose 5-10 pounds.
No, I agree. And then, because there's side effects, right? Because you're dropping all this weight quickly. Ozempic face is one of them. That's the rapid face loss, so now everybody's face is sunken in. So then it becomes like a snowball effect. So guess what industry is now booming?
Meds and fillers.
Exactly. So now they're going to get fillers and they're going to get this. And it could just, it just snowballs into things. And you just got to be careful. And beyond that, it's
by the way, I have
skincare, all of it.
Oh, for sure. All of it. By the way, I'm not against fillers or any of that. I haven't done it. I don't need to spend my money on it, which is why I need the LED mask. But anyway, but I do think that if it makes you feel better, but I have to tell you, I did have a conversation with somebody that works at a med spa, and I was like, okay, I had thyroid eye disease. So I have these bags, circles under my eyes. What would I need? And she's like, well, you can't get them it's not like Botox. You would have to get fillers in your cheeks to make your cheeks bigger so that they don't look swollen. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do any of that. You know what I mean? I don't know how true that was, but I was like, it all seemed very complicated. And then I said, I had a big wrinkle down my forehead. And I was like, well, how much Botox would it take to get rid of this? And she said, you could get it, but it's going to always come back, that line. And she's like, so I wouldn't even do it, because she's like, you could do the little crow's feet and stuff like that. But this is we talked about it. It's like a frown line. And
I have my
just
what the
keep
fuck
coming
lines,
back.
I call them.
I'm
always my look, what the fuck are you doing?
So
I get the lines straight across my forehead.
But I did
tape
buy
you
some
could put on there. Do you think that'd work?
tape. No, don't do that. What I did do though is I bought the well, first of all, I did the hyaluronic acid things that you get from TikTok. I heard them off TikTok. No, but I do use that religiously now. I don't use anything else there. But and then I do the hyaluronic acid with the micro needling, which I think you told me to do.
Yeah.
And now it definitely has made a difference.
Yes.
It definitely has made a difference.
There are good things. Hyaluronic acid is good for your skin. Using the micro needling is good because it gets in right under that dermis and fills it in there.
Right.
So it is good to use. You know, it's like some of these things, like right now I see one of the big things is where they remove your blood. You go in and they take the blood, right then and there. I'm like, no, and whatever. But then they use the plasma from your blood and they do a facial, and you do a facial. I'm like, why? Like,
no, you don't need that. No.
Why? Like,
no.
Yeah. But I mean, there's just so much makeup and skincare and, there's all different kinds of things that's, they all look great on that TikTok. Everything looks great on that TikTok. And
everything does. I know. I have one regret buy that I bought, and it was that.
Well, that's part of your turn. So why don't we talk about that?
Well, let's talk about it.
It's your turn. Let's hear what you have to say.
All right. So your turn. What is one wellness trend you spent money or time on that you've officially abandoned or thought this is not working? So go ahead, Sandi.
Okay. Sorry. I should have known that was coming. I bought those Asian masks that you leave on. You can leave on overnight for like hours on end, and they're white when you put them on. And then when you take them off, they're just kind of your skin, and they pull them off, and you're supposed to have this glow. I mean, I'm not going to say it doesn't work, but it was such a pain in the ass. First of all, I slept on with it one time because I was like, I'm putting it on at night. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to have glassy skin.
Right.
I mean, your skin it just feels like oily, like not oily, but like it does feel soft, but then I don't know. You have to consistently use it. I wasn't good at that. I knew I didn't want to sleep with it. So I have still some, and I'll put them on for a couple hours at a time.
Right.
But that's it. And it's only on days when I know I have a couple hours where I could put a mask on my face and I'm not like talking on the phone or going out to dinner or doing a podcast or, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like, I was not using it consistently, nor did I miss it when I wasn't using it.
See, now I have those. I did those too. I do face masks more often. I will always do them before I know I'm going out because it gives my skin a better look, more moisture. It's more moisture, more so, or things like that.
Do you use the ones that stay on for hours and hours on end?
I have slept in that one where it like then goes clear, and my skin was soft the next day. Again, I don't think it lasts long. I don't think it's meant to last long. I just do it like when I do them a lot more now in the winter because my skin gets so dry and whatever.
Yes.
So I will do it more often then. One of the reasons why I don't do it all the time is because my dogs bark at me when I have it on my face.
I love it.
So there's that.
Terri, well, let me do a U-turn back at you. What's one cheap or free wellness habit that actually works better than half the products we've talked about?
Oh, my go-to. I do get complimented on my skin a lot. And people always tell me that I don't look my age. And that is because I've always used Nivea cream. The big blue tin that you can get for like $12. It's from Germany. And actually, one time I went for a facial and the esthetician asked me, you know, they always ask, what do you use at home? Blah, 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 blah. And, she was going to recommend Nivea cream to me. She's European.
Really?
And she's just like, I always tell people to use Nivea cream. I go, I already do. And she's like, I can kind of tell because your skin is not, I mean, it's good for your age and whatever. Nivea cream. I'm telling you people, especially.
Do you put it on every morning and night, or do you just do it in the morning? When do you use it?
So here's the thing. You're supposed I'm lazy. I'm lazy with my hair because I'm supposed to, with curly hair, you're supposed to like pull it up in a softer like ponytail so you don't, crush your curls. You're supposed to remove your makeup every night. I don't do any of that. I just want to go to bed. I go to bed. I am fucking lazy. So all of my stuff is done in the morning. So I will wash my face, I will tone it. And while the toner is on my face and kind of still wet, that's when I put the Nivea cream on. And I only do it that way because Nivea cream is so thick. It's sometimes hard to get in.
Yeah.
So I leave it, I do my toner and make sure my skin is still kind of a little damp with my toner. And then I Nivea cream my face up. And don't forget to do your neck, ladies. Do your neck.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was my mom's thing. Always do the neck and whatnot. So that is my cheap free wellness tip for everybody. Nivea cream and your blue tin, and you can get it off of Amazon and it's like $12 and it lasts forever because it's so thick. You're not putting a lot on your face. So
okay, I'm definitely getting some.
Yeah, I mean, my skin feels always, I always use that. But I will use those masks, those paper-like masks, even the cheaper paper ones. Like, we're going to a holiday party this weekend. As I'm getting ready and drying my hair, I'll have a paper mask on, whatever. Date nights, always on date nights, I put the mask on so that way I look all, pepped and ready to go.
Ready to go. Okay, got it.
All right, let's do rule of the week.
Okay.
And now it's time for the rule of the week.
The rule of the week. Stop doing one thing this week that you secretly hate.
Maybe it's your skincare routine.
I mean, sometimes,
maybe it's mine.
I mean, sometimes that's why I don't do it at night. Like, way too much, right? Maybe it's the green powders. Just eat the freaking vegetables, people.
Right. Or maybe, this one we didn't talk about. Maybe it's the pressure to track your sleep and your steps and your calories.
Yes.
And I mean, I am all for tracking your steps, staying motivated, but like some people, I mean, it does become obsessive.
It does.
Especially if you're looking at your watch, say, I only got like 7 hours of sleep instead of 8 yesterday, or, you're just like looking at everything too closely. Take a little bit of a breather, you guys. You can still ease up, keep moving. Yeah, ease up a little. Don't stress.
I mean, if it doesn't make you feel good, it's not a wellness thing, right? It's more, if it becomes more of a work, it's not a wellness thing. Wellness things are supposed to make you, feel good, feel better.
Yes.
We don't need more work. Like, we have enough work.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Nobody needs any more work, but also wellness should support your life and not just take over your life.
Right. Especially where we're at, like what we call quote unquote midlife, right? Menopause is hit, hormones, stress. We've got careers, we've got families. I mean, we're doing everything right now, and we don't need another expensive trend to fix you. I mean, we're not broken, I did which we did not talk about, but I will throw in here really quickly. Like I, again, lost this weight. So I have this, extra skin, which I just talked to a dietitian and she's just like, just start weight training. Just start weight training. You need more weight training and that will help get rid of it. So Terri is going to start weight training because I did go to Sono Bello and I walked out of there almost in tears, feeling like I had not lost an ounce of weight because she's like, no, you got this fat here and this fat here you need removed and that fat there and this fat here. And I'm like, wow.
Plus it was astronomical, right?
Like
so like you go in and you say, I want to get this. No. And so you walk in and this is laser removal. So it's supposed to be safer than going under the knife and doing lipo.
Right.
But you walk in and you say, I just want this little
That's
piece
all I want.
of my
I'm like,
belly.
I just need this area.
But you can't do just that. You have to do this and this and this.
Right.
Oh, no.
Pointed out every ounce of fat. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm out. I can't.
Yeah,
we're not
would make me crazy.
Like, we're not going to be perfect. No. Nobody is ever going to reach perfection. So, especially at our age, we just have to start, accepting who we are. I'm all good for aging appropriately. Like I am not getting fillers. I am not getting any of that. I'll have wrinkles.
I'm just not ready to go gray yet. I'll have wrinkles. I don't mind the wrinkles.
Right.
It's just that one on the forehead really bothers me for a long time. It is getting better.
With the roller.
But I don't. Yeah, I have the roller. I have it right here by my desk. I do it during work.
There you go.
I actually feel like, I'm just not ready to go gray yet. That's my biggest thing. That's why I keep dyeing my hair.
Right.
But, I have seen women our age that did go gray and they look fantastic.
Right.
It's not where I want to be yet.
Right. But, I feel like that's a difference. That is not a permanent thing that you're doing, that is a temporary fix for your hair. That's why we always have to have it redone. Right. It's more so like sticking Botox in your face or surgery or anything like that. Think twice about it. Honestly, there are some celebrities and God rest his soul. I, grew up listening to him, but Kenny Rogers, I mean, he should have just aged and he would have looked good.
There's a lot of celebrities like that too. And I'm like, wow, she was so beautiful. And now look at her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's not. It's just, they don't look like themselves. So that's why when I started having that filler conversation, I was like, I'm not going to look like myself anymore. I don't want that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
No.
I just want to look like myself 20 years ago. That's all.
Exactly. But so, just think twice before you start doing those big things. And, we just have to learn to love who we are. I mean,
and
these wrinkles were here for a reason. Like my kids, my life, and I'm happy with where I'm at in life. So
they do represent. They do. All that we've
even
been
the gray
through.
hair that I cover.
The moral of the story is, roadies, that we want you to take very good care of yourself, and we just want it to be the real way,
right?
And don't spend an astronomical amount of money
on all these little products.
Just pick, you can spend some. I think it's fine to spend some. Listen, I've talked about what I've spent. I mean, the whole reason I bought $120 mask is because I don't want to spend the money at the med spa.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. But also I was just going to say, spend the money on the spas, go to the spa and get the facials and go to the spa. I mean, not only is it,
I love it, but you can't do it all the time.
You can't do it all the time, but I'm just saying every now and then, if you're not buying all of the supplements or all of the random things, save that money and take a day at the spa. Not only will you feel better about your skin or help something, whatever that you feel you need the help with, but you get a day of relaxation.
Yeah, true story. It will help you decompress. Yeah. You know what we should do for our roadies? We should do a spa day, and we should at least record when we're in the waiting room and stuff, and then like what treatments we've had and stuff. We should do that.
Maybe we can have some meet with us there and do a roadie day.
That would be awesome.
I'm all for it.
We do have some regulars, so we can invite them.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. Well, roadies, We will see you next week after we get all of our.
After I test my new mask.
Yeah, if you test the new mask. Can't wait to hear about the new mask.
It'll be here in 2 days. Well, you'll be able to see if it made a difference on Saturday when I see you.
Yes, yes. All right. Well, we'll see you next week, Roadies. Talk to you later.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
You're my bestie for life.